Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me here. It's 3 o'clock here at the cable car turnaround here in Powell and Market Street in San Francisco. We're looking around for the demonstration right now. I've been here for approximately 10 minutes and I haven't seen anybody yet, but we are here and we are live streaming. I have to say that I'm very unhappy today. I've been angry all morning long about President Obama's proposed $122 billion in Social Security cuts. And I bet you if you asked anybody out here on the street if they knew about this, they would probably feign ignorance or be ignorant about it, because mass media is doing a terrible job in educating the American public about what goes on in the world, and that's why I'm out here live streaming. So thanks for joining me. I think I see some people over here. Look likely that they're here for the demonstration. Ah, yes. How's everybody doing? How's it going? Right. Still some occupiers left from 101 California. How you doing? Glad to see everybody's out here. We haven't forgotten the people, all the innocent people that are being held captive at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba, away from everybody. There's a press blackout now. They're not allowing any reporters. If you're a lawyer, you have to charter a private plane to get to Guantanamo because there are no commercial military flights left. Right? So that's where it's at. America, land of oppression, land of torture. Right? And I was reading today that they turned out the air conditioners, so it's freezing cold. They are not allowing prisoners to have fresh water, the ones that are hunger striking. There's an estimated 63 hunger strikers out of 188 prisoners at Guantanamo Bay, and it's growing every day. And my heart goes out to all those folks that are enduring captivity at the hands of the United States government. We got a small gathering of people here.
They don't open until 11:30. That's what I like about Soul Food. They don't open until like 10 or 11.
No, dude, this place doesn't even open until 11:30.
Is this where we're supposed to go for the Guantanamo?
I believe so.
Where are you from,
You
Paraguay?
think people will be here maybe around 4? Since it started at
Starts at 3. I don't know how big it's going to be. I didn't expect it to be very big, but got anything you'd like to say for the people watching? No, nothing about Guantanamo Bay? No, you're not fed up with Obama? You know, he lied about his campaign promises.
Listen.
You know, everything he says is a lie nowadays.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't really pay attention. I don't like listening to bullshit. Why would I do it?
What do you mean you don't
Baker like this is
All right, well, thanks.
What?
Thanks.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, what's your name?
Clark,
Christina.
nice to meet you. I live stream all relevant political events, as many as I can get to, of the anti-authoritarian Occupy kind of stuff, because I believe it's important, and we don't generally get covered by the news media. So it's nice to have a record and to let people know that we do what we do, right? And it's out of love,
Thank you.
because we care about what happens to you. Right now we're concentrating on our comrades that are being locked up down at Guantanamo Bay. That's why we're here today at the protest. Do yourself a favor. You can call the White House Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. Not that they're going to listen, but you can call. The number is 202-454-1111. Call and let Obama know that you do not support his continued jailing of Guantanamo Bay prisoners, especially the ones who are innocent. And the ones who may be accused of a crime, we would like to see them have a fair trial in a civil court and not a military court. And these are just two of the small demands that we're making right now. And also we understand that Guantanamo Bay prisoners are being force-fed through tubes against their will. It causes them
Isn't that illegal?
well, it's supposed to be illegal. So
Well, I know in like the hospitals, they get away with doing that to people with dementia, but those people are, their argument in court would be they're insane if they said anything, so they would never even make it to court. So it's interesting to me that, like, I lost my job for not force feeding and saying I wouldn't force feed, using those words. So it's interesting to me
mentally ill.
that people who are not like even on paper considered insane, like, are being force-fed because...
Well, that's what's happening to the Guantanamo Bay prisoners. They're being treated worse than some of the, than anybody on Earth, practically. They're being held indefinitely. They're not given a trial. Most of the people that are in there are innocent, and they're not accused of any crimes. So this is what our United States government is supporting today. How's it going? And we're just here to get out the word in support of Guantanamo Bay hunger strikers. Glad you could join us. I know, she's a nice dog. She's as sweet as it can be. If people treated each other like dogs treat other dogs, we'd be a lot better off.
I know.
Right?
And we could really, like, protest if we were like dogs. They don't give up on a fight.
No, they don't. I wish I had enough space to keep a dog. But I'm living in a tiny little room. I don't even have enough space to keep a cat, and I want to keep a cat. I miss having animals around, I gotta get out. I gotta move out of my little hellhole.
I don't know if you heard, we're going to be out here again on Thursday. There's been a national day called for Guantanamo.
Thursday here at Powell Market?
Thursday, we're going to start at 4:30 at the Federal Building, and then we're going to have a procession to here.
Okay. All right, well, I'll be up for that. I'll live stream it.
Hey, Kate.
I'll be there.
Hi.
Got to say hello to one of my comrades over here. How's it going? How are you doing today? Glad to see you here. Yeah, the Obama protest I thought was pretty successful.
Yeah, that was
We got a good write-up.
good one.
I think he heard us. Enough people were able to surround the area that he could not pass people by that weren't protesting. And I don't know how many viewers yet. Sleeping like a motherfucker. Everybody hates me today.
I went to work that night, and a couple of my coworkers asked if I knew anybody had gotten arrested. I'm like, no, I don't think any of us got arrested.
No, nobody got arrested
From our
that day.
group, because they're like, no, somebody got arrested. I'm like, no, I was there. None of us got arrested.
It's, people are afraid. By the way, I'm organizing a no cuts to Social Security demonstration. It's going to happen probably not tomorrow, but next Monday.
Okay.
So it's impromptu to oppose President Obama's proposed cuts to Social Security. Yeah, because
getting ready to offer that up on the table for the sequestered cuts.
it's not like the Republicans even asked for cuts to Social Security. He's doing this unilaterally. He's a real bastard. He's turning out to be even worse than Bush, which I thought could never happen. I was so happy when Obama got elected the first time. I thought maybe there would be a little bit of change. I didn't expect any monumental changes, but a little bit of change in American society. And it has changed. It's changed for the worse. It's gotten harder for people, especially disabled people, right, like ourselves. We're seeing all our benefits cut, one thing after another. It's becoming harder and harder to live and exist. And it's just got me so pissed off that, I'm gonna have another demonstration. And I'm even planning on getting arrested. I'm gonna do civil disobedience. I don't give a fuck. If I don't have enough money to live on, by a system that I paid thousands and thousands of dollars into, well then there's no, why should, what the fuck?
Well, it's an entitlement. It's an entitlement because we've been paid.
Social Security is not an entitlement.
But
Right.
I like
We pay
that
into
aspect
that.
of that. Yeah, we paid into it, so we are, to a degree, we are entitled to it at the end of, towards our return. We are entitled to it.
Or if
We
you become
paid into the
disabled.
damn thing.
Right, and he's trying to take all that away. So the 1%'s greed never stops. They're greed. The more you give them, the more they want to take.
Yeah, so they can buy better cars, faster
Whatever.
planes.
How much is enough is enough. You know, when you get how much fucking money. Hey, I'm asking you out there, 1%. How much do you fucking want to take from me? How much is enough? Yeah, motherfuckers are cowards. They'll never answer you. They'll never give you a straight answer about
They
anything.
got their little handlers to take care of all that.
Always got their little fucking hands in your fucking pocket. You know, well, I quit supporting all that bullshit. I don't buy any stuff that comes from multinational corporations if I can avoid it. You know, some things are unavoidable, but for the most part, I stay away from buying anything from a multinational corporation. I don't support the consumer economy. I don't support capitalism, and I'm doing my best. Can't fucking stand it anymore. By the way, somebody gave me this bottle of water, so I didn't pay for it. Right, I don't go to Safeway, I don't go to McDonald's, I don't go to Pizza Hut, I don't go to any of those fucked up places. You know, by the way, you know, when you buy your food from those kind of places, you're only poisoning yourself, because most of the shit they sell is poison.
Exactly. That's what he said.
Sorry for being so angry, but
No.
I think my anger is well justified.
Yeah. You're more like most most folks that are just out here now going into the Gap and Westfield and Juicy Couture and Tumor. They buy a $14,000 watch.
You know, by businesses that don't contribute to our economy, they don't pay taxes, right? They don't want to play by the same games that we do as individuals. Basically, corporations want the right to control the government. You know, they don't vote. They don't really, you know, a corporation is not a person, folks.
But thanks to the 5-4 decision, Forces United, they are now.
Right, in our corrupt Supreme Court.
Personhood.
Right, it's just like all the institutions in our country now are so corrupt. I mean, we're like Rome was before the fall. And the only thing different between us and Rome is that time passes a lot quicker these days than it did in the days of Rome.
True, I'll agree with you on that one, definitely. Yes.
So the American Empire is due to fall any time now. So, you know, now might want to be a good time to renew your passport, try to make sure you're not on the no-fly list, and get the fuck out of America. Because I've got to tell you, this country has gone downhill. You know, I thought it was bad during the Reagan years, but what's going on now is even worse. Anyway, thank you viewers for watching. We're down here at Powell Market in downtown San Francisco. We're here for the Guantanamo Bay Vigil. I'd like to let you know that on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. we're going to start from the old Federal Building and we're going to march down here to Powell Market in honor of the Guantanamo Bay hunger strikers. Right, I think it's good that we're all out here and we're showing the folks that are coming down here to Powell Market that something isn't right in America, something stinks. And, you know, in Guantanamo Bay, these guys are such assholes that they have a separate prison set up in Cuba so they don't have to obey the laws of the United States. So, our politicians and corporations think that they're above the law. They think that whatever they do is all right as long as nobody sees it. It's just like when they had a no-fly zone over the area in Arkansas where they had the oil spill. You know, if nobody sees it, did it really happen? It's total and complete bullshit. That's why live streaming is so important and why you should support your live streamers, because we're putting information out there that's free, that's not sponsored by any corporation, and it's out there for you. It's God's honest truth. I don't edit these live streams. I don't cut them. What you see is what you get.
So I sent that off to Dave. He said,
Anyway, few of the visitors down here at Powell Market are taking a little bit of interest. It'd be nice if we had a little signboard out here. Just a little information for people.
Yeah,
there's somebody here.
Flyers, it looks like. There's a little quick little piece of paper.
I like his t-shirt. I want one of those. The anarchist.
Yeah.
Roger showed up.
That's my team. Team Anarchist. Although I would be considered to be a domestic terrorist nowadays. I understand that if you film the police arresting people, that puts you in line for being a domestic terrorist. Right, I was reading today on activistpost.com. It's a real fucked up situation now. But I'm out here trying to protect the rights of Americans, right? Because, you know, what happens at Guantanamo Bay, that could easily happen. It easily happens anywhere in any jail, in any court system here in the United States. Right, what makes, you know, Guantanamo Bay really isn't that unusual as far as the treatment of prisoners here in the United States. I mean, America's the largest prison state in the world. We have more people in prison than all the other rest of the only other country that even begins to approach us is China, and they have 5 times the population. So, and China isn't necessarily known for being such a great government either.
You know what's going on in Guantanamo?
So, that's where we're at. America, land of oppression. Right? Land of oppression. When you're poor, you're fucked in this country. I'll make no bones about that. A lot of anger today. I even smoked a joint before I left the house. It didn't help. So pissed off. Tired of it. Tired of all the bullshit.
I got off work early this morning. Actually had to have a beer to calm down before I left my place of work.
Yeah, I wish I could drink.
Totally convenient disinformation.
I had to give up alcohol.
Somebody responded.
Now, luckily, I only keep it to like 1 or 2, and it's like.
When I get started, I don't want to stop until I finish soccer.
My dad was alcoholic. It's like, my brother, my older brother, my younger sister, myself, we're all told that. Well, if your father hadn't been an alcoholic, you'll grow up to be an alcoholic child, an adult child of an alcoholic. It's like, I don't have to continue this the vicious circle.
Well, I have live streaming Occupy to thank for my quitting drinking. Because I realized I couldn't be a successful activist and continue drinking at the same time.
Yeah, it's one of the tenets. Don't go to an action under the influence or anything, and don't go to a GA or anything, any kind of meeting under the influence of something. You're not going to think correctly. You're going to be all.
Yeah, well, I hate to say it, but when Occupy first got started, I would have came up with a short code of conduct, and number 1 on that list would be no drinking or drugs. You know, it's okay if you want to drink on somebody else's time, but don't drink on mine. You know.
I've gone with Dave and them several times after the event. We've gone.
Yeah, it's fine.
Food drinks afterward.
But not during.
Yeah, not during. No. It's not the drinky poo during. No.
That was my biggest criticism. I was glad to see this protest happen. I was glad to see it was sponsored by Occupy SF. They have a Facebook page. It's hashtag Occupy SF. You can check that page out if you'd like more information about the Guantanamo Bay hunger strikers. Remind everybody you can call the White House Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The number is 202-455-1111. Call that number up and let them know that you're unhappy about Social Security cuts, you're unhappy about Guantanamo Bay, you're unhappy about all the oil spills, you don't want Keystone XL. Right, we got a laundry list now, folks. So do call up the White House and let them know you're pissed.
And we're getting ready to give Syria $200 million for toys.
Right. Yeah, we can buy more weapons of war, but we can't support the poor.
Toys.
Something interesting recently.
Anyway, we're getting a nice little crowd that's starting to form here. I guess we got about 25, 30 people. Maybe.
I don't know, like had like one. Because before I was like
Yeah, log on to the social stream if you'd like to chat. We'll check messages here. Let me know how my audio visual is going. We're down here in support of the Guantanamo Bay prisoners and their hunger strike, day number 62. I do believe there's a couple people that are close to dying right now. Unfortunately, the response to the hunger strike has been to make the conditions even in Guantanamo Bay even more intolerable than they are right now, if you can believe it. And we don't know if there's any speakers, or this just might be a straight vigil.
That are bigger than any high-rise.
We'll be here for a little while. Thanks so much for watching and joining in the live stream.
Progress, man. Yeah. Oh, the place is personal. It's just like just the handouts. There's some semi-decent looking civil. No, they cannot have my occupied notebook. It's got information.
Well, the way I look at it, most of it's what they already know anyway.
I found out from David that he's in discussion with people for the America's Cup. So come this July through September, we're going to give Uncle Larry and his folks some fun.
Yeah, fuck America's Cup.
Well, that's what we want to do. We want to.
Right, it's nothing but a rich man's sport.
Yeah, that's why
now
we
the fucking
try to say
city of San Francisco's got to subsidize the event.
$200 million. Yeah,
right.
That's $200 million.
Right, it's a ripoff.
Like, I'm a little shy. One of the citizens of great citizens of San Francisco give us $200 million. Why? You're all rich.
Right, another 1% ripoff of the American public.
Yeah, you're all rich.
The America's Cup.
Super folks.
Right, and the way it worked was Larry Ellison made it so expensive. The sale in the America's Cup, there was originally supposed to be 11 teams, and only 3 teams ended up showing up.
Oh, okay, I heard 4. Only 4 teams showed up. Because he and his team, they don't have to actually go until September when they because their last races are the whole Defenders Cup, which they're challenging.
Let's move up a little bit here so people got to walk around this. There we go. Try to impede the flow of traffic a little bit. How many times? What I wonder is how much of this bullshit has got to continue before the American public actually stands up and says something. Americans are such docile people that they're allowing all this shit to go on. How many of you people watching actually do something, right? Contribute something to opposing this government and all the bullshit fucking policies that they force on the American people, right? When are you going to take a stand? When are you going to stand up for your rights? Right, I'm out here 2 and 3 times a week live streaming, doing everything I can, and yet I feel like I'm all alone most of the time. Calling the White House, it only takes about 5 minutes out of your day, right? 202-455-1111. Let the president know how you feel, if he's even listening. Pretty much I know the only people got his ear are the 1%, right? What you say to him, sometimes I don't even think it matters. But do call, because, there is somebody out there that's keeping records. I get angry because my teeth hurt. Because I can't afford to go to the fucking dentist. Right, it's either go to the dentist and starve, right? It's basically, you go to the dentist and then starve. Right, that's my options.
But it's maybe like a 5 to 10 minute walk.
Right, I'm getting desperate, folks. I'm pissed off and I'm mad as hell.
It's totally cool if they want to.
One of the original promises of Guantanamo. Excuse me, I'm a little hoarse. One of the promises that Obama made in getting elected to office was he was going to close down Guantanamo Bay Prison, which is a big lie. He's lied to you. He's lied to me. He's never going to shut down Guantanamo Bay. He never was originally going to shut down Guantanamo Bay. It's just another lying lie coming out of that lying motherfucker in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, because I
And we gave him the proper fucking what for when he came to San Francisco. We let him know that we were not happy with any of his policies at the current time.
Thank you.
Anyway, I'm going to move around here a little bit, get a little different shot. I know these people that are watching, we're getting tired of watching the same thing. So we'll move around a little bit. A lot more people are starting to show up. I know you guys don't want to hear me rant on and on, because I'm full of it today, folks. I've had it. You know, when I wake up every fucking morning and there's yet another fucking thing that I have to fight against, it really fucking pisses me off. I can't help it. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of having to lead the life that I have to lead, being forced to do things that I don't want to do. And every day I got 1% assholes trying to reach in my pocket and take out a little bit fucking more.
What's up, bro? Good
Hey,
to
how
see you, man. How you been?
Hey, not too bad. I love the t-shirt.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
All right, we got some speakers here.
And the hunger strike has not had its demands met yet. And there is a call for this coming Thursday, April 11th, all over the country and hopefully all over the world to have a day of solidarity with the Guantanamo hunger strikers. It's been called by the Center for Constitutional Rights, Amnesty International, Witness Against Torture, and the World Can't Wait. So in San Francisco, we invite you all to come to another vigil similar to today. We're going to start at 4:30 on Thursday at the new Federal Building, Mission and 7th, and then we're going to jumpsuit up and put on our hoods and carry our signs and have a processional of the prisoners of Guantanamo from the Federal Building to here, to 5th and Market, where we can talk to the people. If you cannot come to San Francisco, please make your own action somewhere else. The more, the better. Put on a jumpsuit and a hood, make a sign. The hunger strikers have not had their voices heard by anyone in this government, the CIA, the Obama administration. We are their only chance to get their voice heard by the world. So please think about what you'd like to do on Thursday, April 11th. Talk to any of the organizers here. Thank you very much.
Now, RT's been doing a good job. Like, if you want to catch up on Guantanamo Bay, watch RT. They have regular updates. Russia Today, RT.com.
Do you need the key? Okay, cool.
So glad we have all these people that showed up.
So you can grab a bowl.
There's people out there that do care about what happens to the Guantanamo Bay hunger strikers. I, for one, care.
Okay.
Check. Check. Thank you everyone for coming. The reason we're here is because of the Guantanamo Bay detainees are on hunger strike. The 130 of the 166 detainees at Guantanamo Bay are on hunger strike right now. Most of them been indefinitely detained for over 10 years without trial, without charges. About 83 of them were deemed fit for release, but still they haven't been released. They're being tortured. 11 are being force-fed in Guantanamo Bay. They're being strapped to metal chairs, feeding tubes put through their noses and force-fed, which the UN considers torture. The hunger strike is starting to spread to the majority of the detainees in the prison, and it's starting to garner international attention. So this is a solidarity action to show support and solidarity with the Guantanamo Bay strikers. So thank you all for being here. I think we're gonna have like a speak out or something.
Hey, I got a question. I watched my comrades, American soldiers, get murdered and slaughtered by other countries. And you're sitting over here in America?
So you went to another country to kill people and they come
But I
back?
didn't go over there.
So you go to another country?
Yeah, most of those people aren't criminals. That's why we're here.
You don't support what's going
Right?
on right now.
I come from a military family. Right? And Iraq didn't ask you to come either, did they? Nobody asked for you to go. Fucking self-righteous motherfucker. Good, I'll chase your ass down the street. Your stupid comments.
Yeah, sweet.
Bismillah. How's everybody today?
Hey.
Everybody all right?
Thank you.
I'm not one of the organizers, just like everybody else. We do want to make sure we thank everybody for coming out. And for those who are kind of wandering by, wondering what this is, these are regular people just like you. These are regular people who could be doing anything else on a Sunday who are standing out in solidarity for people who do not have a voice. Prisoners in Guantanamo, like the brother just said, 130 of them out of the 166 are denying themselves food simply to be able to speak out against the conditions they're under. The people that have not had trial, as the brother said, many of them have been deemed fit for release, but our government does not want to release them because they may go back to places like Yemen or Syria and join in whatever the government deems they were guilty of in the first place to not try them. It's really sad. They don't have a voice. We do. They don't have the ability to come out and to tell the American people why they should care. We do. And it's our job and our responsibility to make sure that the people walking by here today who are spending their money, as they should, it's an American right, it's American privilege. But we are the only ones that can speak up for these people here today. And so if we do nothing else, let's make sure that within our circles, within our friendships, within our families, that people understand that this is something that only we can stop. Obama is, not only he's doing it, he ain't gonna stop it. We can't write letters, we have to be out here, we have to be visible, and we have to change the tide. And inshallah, God willing, we all will join in to be a voice for the voiceless. Shukran, assalamu alaikum, peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here.
Anybody else want to speak? Come on.
Yeah? It's in support of the strikers, right?
I just want to remind folks that in addition to the strike, the hunger strike being conducted by those in cages at Guantanamo, there's a hunger strike going on here at Pelican Bay and at other SHU facilities that have SHU security housing units is what these things are called. They're basically tiny cells in which prisoners are held often for decades at a time in solitary confinement on the basis of nothing often other than allegedly possessing a gang-identified piece of paraphernalia, such as something that pertains to the Black Panthers, or certain kinds of. It doesn't matter, but basically, what's going on at Guantanamo is also going on at California at our so-called maximum security institutions, and I just want to express my support also for the Pelican Bay strikers as well as the Guantanamo Bay strikers.
I just want to remind people, maybe a lot of you know, but some people may not. When they started locking people up in Guantanamo, Donald Rumsfeld and the rest of the people in Washington said these are the worst of the worst. These were people responsible for killing civilians. It turns out that that's almost completely bogus. And even the American authorities, the American government admits that now. Most of the people who were locked up in there did nothing. The Americans at that time were offering like $5,000 prize for bringing in somebody that you could say was a terrorist. So people were turned over to the Americans and locked up just because someone wanted to claim a $5,000 bonus, which is an awful lot of money over there. It is here too, but even more over there. And as Zagam said, more than half of them the Americans have completely cleared. The other half, they don't have enough on them to actually bring them to trial. Imagine if you or your loved ones were locked up for 10 years in this desolate place with no hope, no prospect, no path to anything, no plan for ever being charged with a trial. The Americans really want to say that somebody killed civilians or something. Let them put them on trial. Like, that's supposed to be the American way. If they're not willing to put them on trial and present some evidence and whatever, then why are we holding them? They should be set free. Thank you.
You want to speak?
Testing. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This hasn't really been my focus, but the point that he brings up about killing civilians, let's just say that some of the Guantanamo prisoners have killed civilians. The most conservative estimates for how many civilians died in the U.S. assault on Iraq comes to 116,000. If you lived in an Iraqi village and you came back and your house had been burned to the ground and your entire family had been killed, would you not be a little more likely, to stand up against the American government? I think that I would, and I think that most of us would. Same thing in Yemen and Pakistan, where drone strikes on innocent civilians have tripled under the Obama administration. I think if we had to live under those kinds of circumstances, we wouldn't like the American government a whole lot either. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to speak? So I think some of the detainees wanted to do a demonstration.
You guys still want to do that now?
They're asking for our support. So we can help them in going to the street and block traffic for a little bit. Keep the folks are down. Take the streets. Free Guantanamo Bay. Solidarity from the Bay.
Let him go, let him go.
Sorry about that, folks.
Mark, are you streaming?
Yeah.
Je crois qu'on est défini.
Off the sidewalks into the streets, support the Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks onto the streets, support the Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks and onto the streets, support the Guantanamo detainees.
Bunch of fools.
Hey, ma'am.
Off the sidewalks, onto the streets, support the Guantanamo detainees.
Could you just move up a little bit so this car can pass? Okay, well, she's going to try and get by you. I'm just warning you.
Shut both sides.
Can I get help?
the activists that are sitting down in civil disobedience are prepared to be arrested, to stand up to the oppression of the Guantanamo Bay detainees and all the humanity. Solidarity. Off the sidewalks, onto the streets, support the Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, onto the streets, support the Guantanamo detainees.
ID that wants to
Out of the way, people are trying to get their new iPhone and shit.
Thanks. Anyway, not to make light, but these three gentlemen here are willing to get arrested. They're committing an act of civil disobedience right now.
My Instagram's about to blow the fuck up.
I know. We're down here at the intersection of Powell and Market. We're actually in the middle of the street, blocking traffic.
Hey, you should get your ass out the cab and join us. Hell yeah! Guantanamo Bay! Where you at? This is not for Palestine. This is going to come out. You're not going to do anything. Hey, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Hey! Get out of here.
Off the sidewalk, onto the street, support the Guantanamo detainees.
Y'all better get out the street for y'all really getting caught.
Get out of the way. Hey, put a camera on him. Get a camera on this guy. He's trying to run us over. Get a camera on
We got it. What's his license number?
Hey, he said his woman's pregnant. Let's go. Let him 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 go. Say go.
Quite a little
Let him go.
chaotic scene out here at Powell and Market.
That's his ticket.
These folks are willing to get arrested here in support of the Guantanamo Bay hunger strikers.
That's on him.
Off the sidewalks, onto the streets, support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, onto the streets, support Guantanamo detainees. 130
Where the horn blows, how about the driver?
Onto the streets, support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Detainees. Out of the sidewalks, into the streets. Support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Support Guantanamo detainees. Off the sidewalks, into the streets. Off the sidewalks.
What is this about?
Guantanamo Bay.
What does that mean?
In Cuba, they're holding prisoners. They've been given a hunger strike there. They're being held by the American government against their will. Most people are innocent. They're on a hunger strike. Because they're not being released. Like, these are people that are not guilty of any crimes. Teach America.
Off the sidewalks, into the streets! Support Guantanamo detainees! Off the sidewalks, into the streets! Support Guantanamo detainees!
This country is in Egypt. This
People here with
Islam is not
So now we got the pigs here.
Islam is not God. There is Islam.
Support Guantanamo detainees!
Get
off of them! Don't put your hands off them! Take your hands off them!
You are bad! No! You are bad!
Get people to protect
You are bad! No! You are bad! No! It's not
Support Guantanamo detainees!
Islam is bad! No!
Guantanamo detainees!
It's bad!
Support Guantanamo detainees! Out of the sidewalks into the streets! Support Guantanamo detainees! Out of the sidewalks into the streets!
You are bad.
No!
You are bad.
Out of the sidewalks into the streets! Support Guantanamo detainees! Out of the sidewalks into the streets! Support Guantanamo detainees! We are out here in support of the innocent people who are being locked and tortured in the federal prison in Guantanamo Bay. This is a human rights issue. This is a civil rights issue. People are being incarcerated all over this country. The United States has the largest prison system in the world. There are 2.5 million prisoners locked in American prisons. Guantanamo Bay is no exception. This country is using torture, deprivation, and mass incarceration unjustly to detain prisoners. On the sidewalk, what about the poor Guantanamo detainees?
The people being tortured for years. Did you correct that situation? Did you not correct that situation? America does not care what's going on over there, sir.
What do folks want to do?
No! No! You're bad guys! Bad guys! Bad
You don't know what she's talking about. She's ignorant. She can't help her ignorance.
Support Guantanamo's detainees!
Bad guys!
Support Guantanamo's detainees! Support Guantanamo's detainees! Support Guantanamo's
willing to get arrested in support of the Guantanamo Bay hunger strikers.
Detainees! Support Guantanamo! Detainees!
Off the sidewalks into the streets!
Support Guantanamo! Detainees! Support Guantanamo! Detainees!
Off the sidewalks into the streets!
Support Guantanamo! Detainees!
Off the sidewalks into the streets!
Support Guantanamo! Detainees!
Off the sidewalks
Off the sidewalks into the streets! Support Guantanamo! Detainees!
Support Guantanamo detainees!
Now we got even more cops running up.
The activists want to do a march. Who's ready to march? Detainees! Detainees! On the sidewalk! Off the sidewalks into the streets!
Off the sidewalks into the streets! Hey, slow down! Slow! Off the sidewalks into the streets!
Support Guantanamo! Detainees!
Off the sidewalks into the streets!
We're marching.
Off the sidewalks into the streets!
You're gonna get arrested if you're not on the
Off the sidewalks into the streets!
This is what police day looks like. You have police accosting a protester. Get on the sidewalk.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Guantanamo gotta go! Guantanamo gotta go!
Now we're trying to keep up here, folks. Got a lot of people in our way. Excuse me. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Excuse me. Fucking people can't hear. It's America, they can't listen. Americans never listen.
That's all you're gonna do is break the law! Break it